9 minutes before 9. Now, on this show yesterday, we kicked off a story that really has turned into a heck of a row. Taxi drivers and hire companies warning of a worsening shortage of London black cabs that will coincide with the run-up to Christmas, traditionally the busiest time of year for the trade. This is in part brought about by the Manganese Bronze, the black cab manufacturer, entering administration last month after reporting 4 years of financial losses. There's also rising warranty costs and supply problems that culminated in a recall of one particular car. And, of course, Christmas is an important time, not just for you and me when we do our shopping, but also, of course, for the taxi drivers themselves. Now, I, funnily enough, bumped into at the Evening Standard event last night, and do pick up the supplement that comes with the Standard, a first-class event, and thanks to everybody involved in that at Burbridge last night. I bumped into a few people from City Hall, and they're reassuring me that these problems do not actually exist. One of the people with whom I met is Leon Daniels, who's TfL's Managing Director for Surface Transport, joins me now. Morning, Mr. Daniels.
Good morning, Nick. I hope you got a taxi home last night.
Funnily enough, I don't earn that sort of money. I got a taxi to the railway station, and I used my Oyster card, if that's all right.
That's all right. As long as you're a customer, that's fine.
You got it right. Why are you saying there's nothing to worry about? I'm hearing from the taxi trade there could be as many as 1,000 cabs down by Christmas, Leon.
No, firstly, that number's entirely spurious, and it's not true. The position is that Manganese Bronze, London Taxi Company's parent, in administration. That's pretty fast-moving because we're expecting over the next week or so to find out what's going to happen. Maybe the company will be bought out of administration. In the meantime, they're working on a technical fix for the 300 cabs in London that are currently stopped because of a steering box difficulty. And we're keeping an eye on that every day. I'm in touch with them each day. And just at the moment, there's no shortage of taxis out there. There's plenty of yellow lights, and there's plenty of cabs for hire.
But we hear, and it's not just the cab trade, it's also some of the hire so it's not just the drivers, I'm sorry, it's the hire companies as well, are saying that there will be fewer cabs, Mr. Daniels.
No, well, there won't. What they're talking about is that, of course, we have a 15-year age limit for cabs in London, so at the end of every month, a few cabs are unable to be licensed anymore because they're 15 years old. But Manganese Bronze is not the only manufacturer of taxis in London. There's one other supplier that makes a very nice cab, the Mercedes-Benz Vito. There's 100 of those in stock in London ready now, and anybody who needs to buy a new cab for any reason can go down and drive one off the forecourt immediately.
But is that the same sort of deal that they can necessarily get with the, I'm going to call it the traditional back cab, the Manganese Bronze cab?
Well, I don't want to be a commercial for any particular manufacturer,
okay.
You might imagine, but for the price of a return trip to Heathrow down payment, you can have a brand new £42,000 cab off the forecourt and in service immediately.
So you're telling me that this is all a scare story and there'll be absolutely no problem, everyone can get their cabs?
I promise you that I'm keeping a very close watch on this. There's no shortage of cabs out there on the street. There's no shortage of cabs, both new and second-hand, to buy on the new second-hand market. Anybody can go down, if they're credit-worthy, of course, and get a new or second-hand cab. If that situation was to change, and it was over a persistent period, then, of course, we'd look at it again. But right now, there's no shortage of cabs on the street and no shortage of cabs in the market.
You know I've set Peter Hendy a challenge. Are you aware of this challenge I gave him last